What's up guys, it's Chronix, back with a guide on how to get a motherfucking legendary ranked in Hearthstone. Now, you might ask, man, that shit ain't easy, yo. Well, I know better and you can too. This deck and this guide together are a powerful weapon that you are about to control. This weapon is so dangerous, the Blizzard servers could crash. So dangerous, your opponent could leave the game after reading your name. These 5 minutes are a good investment into your Hearthstone career. So, as I like to say to my girlfriend, less talk it, more walking. Alright, so here's the deck. After seeing this deck, keep in mind that it's not the weapon that does the damage, it's the guy controlling it. So I call this baby Legendary Ticket. Okay, rename it Legendary Ticket. Alright, nice. So the first good thing about this deck is that it's like really cheap. You spend 840 dust if you need every card in it for crafting, and it's almost a no-brainer to play in it. Like, even beginners can get used to it after 2 or 3 games. Like, you understand how to play this deck and you can climb easily on legendary rank with this deck, and I recommend it. I give it a deck rating of A, since it's very cheap in its production and very powerful. It contains a lot of DPS, like Arcane Shot, tracking to get your other DPS cards on your hand, Abusive Sergeant, Leper, gnome, unleash the hounds, novice engineer for a bit, cycling, more cycling, kill command, Eaglehorn Bow, Arcane golem, wolf rider, and all that other stuff. You can kick the freezing trap and put Leroy Jenkins in it if you have the dust for it, and if you haven't the dust, then you can kick the freezing trap and put another Arcane golem in it. I have decided for my own playstyle that I want to keep the freezing trap in it, since it refreshes the Eaglehorn Bow, and also it's really good like if the enemy has a really strong minion on the field, or even a minion with taunt, and it attacks you, then it gets right to his hand and you can rush him the next round again. Alright, let's come to the fun part. I will show you some gameplay footage so you can see how this deck works. Yeah. Okay, so for the opening, as you guys can see, I've started with a novice engineer for the drawing, because I want to get the card that I need for my combo as fast as possible, so I can choose the right combo, since this deck has a lot of different combos. So let's see. I decide to play the Eaglehorn Bow and go straight to his face. With this deck you need to go as fast on the face as possible, because this deck is not made to trade with other minions. Like, just rush for the face, only if he has taunt, then you go on the taunt minion, if you don't have any removals. So now I have 2 Unleash the Hounds and a Timberwolf, which is a great combo, like as you can see now. I just play the wolves, then the Timberwolf, and now I'm ready to rumble. Like, it's turn 5 and the enemy is almost down. I decide not to attack with the weapon, and you should so too, because just wait until you have a secret again and you get more durability. Now let's see what the enemy has to answer for this. Usually the enemies, of course, kill the Timberwolf, which he decides to do so as well. Alright, let's see how he progresses. Alright, he decides to kill my wolves, which is not a big problem, since they only have 1 attack. Like, the wolves, I use them, like, if the enemy has 3 if the enemy has 3 or more minions, I use the wolves, like the hounds, unleash the hounds, and yeah, like, if he has like 2 minions, that's just not worth it. It's even better if you play the starving buzzard, and then unleash the hounds, because then you have like infinite card draw. And you can just prepare the next combo for the next turn. Like, unleash the hounds with the right combo is so powerful, you can't just imagine it. Alright, so the enemy decides to trade with the bot. He thinks like, oh, he has nothing on this hand, he has nothing on the board, I will kill him. But we will see how the round progresses. Like usually with this deck, you try to kill him as fast as possible, and taunts are your biggest opponent. Like taunts is the combo to this deck. That's the one downside that it has, but it has far more upsides. Like the damage amount that you deal in the shortest time is just ridiculous. Now I have two secrets that will boost my weapon, of course. And another good thing about being a hunter is that even if the enemy has taunt and he's right about to die, just use your hero ability. Alright, so I call that a fair one match. I obviously was the better player, I had more skill, a better decision making, so I won this match. It has nothing to do with my cards, of course. Alright, now let's jump right into the next game and the last game of this video. If you need more videos, just write in the comments, so I will make a more in-depth guide on this deck, like how to play against each class and the starting hands and all that stuff. Like with this deck you just try to get like you can either try to get your combo in your starting hand, or you can try to have a good start like with a lot of aggression. Like I usually tend to pick tracking, so I can choose which cards I want to have on my hand, and also I like the novice engineer in the early game because of the cycling. Yeah, I've chosen to show you this game because it's a mirror matchup in which most people screw up because they don't know how to play against other rush decks, but there's an easy answer for it. Just rush faster than the enemy, of course. So like, yeah, I know the enemy deck is not a rush deck, I think it's a beast deck, but it doesn't matter because, I mean, this game is such a no-brainer, you can play it against everybody, just play 2 or 3 rounds and you know how to play this deck. I wanted to show you this particular game because I think it's very funny and shows that you only need skill and it doesn't matter which cards you have, you can always win, even with the worst cards. Like as in this example, I just won by skill. You can see the freezing trap in play. This is how you play it the best way. If the enemy has a strong minion, just play the freezing trap. Like it's even better if you have an Eaglehorn Bow waiting to be refreshed. Alright, let's come to the last part, the pro and cons chart, in which I will tell you in depth what are the good things about this deck and of course the bad things. And here it is. Oh, that's the wrong image. Alright, here's the correct one. Like, let's start with the pros. The deck has of course a shitload of DPS. It's really fast paced and it's fun to play it each time I do it. And if you want to troll some friends, this deck is perfect for it. The deck is easy to learn and really cheap in production, and the best thing of course is that it's ready to go for legendary rank. The cons of this deck are that it can get countered by heal or taunts. Like if the enemy has a lot of taunts, then it's over for you, you can just concede. 1 or 2 taunts are not the biggest problem, but if they have more taunts, then it's over for you. Then the other point is that it's easy to read. Like once the enemy sees, oh man, this guy is only going on my face, then he knows of course that it's a rush deck. And I mean, for me it's not a problem because, for example, if I play Counter-Strike and I see the enemy and the enemy sees me, like I don't care because he knows that I'm gonna shoot him, and guess what I'm gonna do? I just shoot him. and that's the same thing in Hearthstone. The enemy knows that he will get rushed and you just show your ass and rush him. So easy to go, right? Now if you like this video, please subscribe, or at least like this video. I hope that I could help you out. I will make more of these videos in the future, and also some analysis like of pro games. I will analyze them all and show them to you so you can learn even more. Also I will do some Hearthstone news, esport news videos for you. And yeah, if you want to watch more of me, just click on this video right in front of you. I made a really nice gold guide recently. So see ya in the next video.